my gosh. Yes, we are live.
No, not yet.
Yes.
Not yet.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Real and Raw with Lynn Serrano, and you are.
Brian, not ready.
Yeah, we're not ready, but you know what? 1 month down and 11 to go, and we're going to be right back with the show. Welcome back to the Lynn and Brian show, the Real and Raw and the Unscripted. And we are definitely unscripted. And just like Brian said, you know, we might not be ready, but guess what? It is like 4 weeks down today.
It's unbelievable. It's hard to even comprehend.
I know, and I thought it was great for a great topic today. I feel like I'll felt poop hair splits. You know, that's why I love doing a live show. You
see everybody, when you're real and raw, it's when Brian has a brain fart and he has no ideas, and then Lynn comes to the rescue. So, Mr. Scott, send some warmth north, would you please?
I think he's still
west.
probably trying to get. He's probably still trying to get. I think he's the one who posted. I thought was funny is, hey, up north, your weather's drunk. It's in my backyard. Come and get it, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but that was pretty funny. So I don't know if he's still cold down there. So
if it's drunk, imagine what it's like up here.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was with Ricky back in the day when it was minus 50 below zero. I think that was what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So I don't know, but it was stinking cold. It was stinking cold. So anyhow,
when people say I got to move out of Wisconsin, and then they get so aggravated by it, but then they never do anything about it. It's like, it's kind of, I don't hear it anymore, because you have however many months to make that happen or go somewhere else. And then, it doesn't happen. So, you know,
I saw my classmate, Christopher Walls. He said, he came out and said, hey, Lynn, what do you mean 3 months to go till nice weather? Don't rush the rest of the stuff. I saw that comment too.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the thing. We're always trying to rush things, right? But then when you figure we're rushing it, here we are talking 4 weeks later already.
Well, and I think this brings up a very good point, is that number one, it's never going to be the way that we want it to be, right? Because it's like, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's this, it's that. It's like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, what do you want? Like, put it out there in the universe, do what you need to do, take actions on it, but I don't know. It's kind of like the grass is greener on the other side. Well, why don't you create greener here? Right?
Yeah.
It's and that kind of stuff just upsets me a little bit, because it's like, wow, can't you just be content in what's here now? You know, like, be, do, and have versus have, do, and be.
And Rex would be happy. If Rex didn't have another appointment, he was actually going to be watching. He had a conflict, and I said, watch the replay, Rex. So I know he'll be watching the replay, and he'll be very happy to hear that one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, it's just like, I'm looking outside right now. It's 3 degrees outside. There's snow everywhere. It's Friday. You know, and we have a choice about what it's like up here. You know, we have a choice by how much we sleep, how good we feel about ourselves, and nothing. There's going to be nobody showing up on our doorstep saying, "Hey, I'm the positive person. I've come here to help." No, we got to be there for ourselves.
But it can be, if only in your mind, right?
Correct.
That's, you know, you're going to have to program that little person to show up every day and do that for you. And that's only happens within yourself.
Right.
Everything is a kind of an inside job / you know, but again, just like technology or anything, you want the new technology that's going to do all this stuff for you. But guess what? You're the programmer. It don't get done till you.
It kind of reminds me of, like, I remember reading a study about people. I remember Christopher Wall. There he is.
There, I was just talking about you. When Rex is happy, everyone is happy. I think he's gonna go, no, that's not how it goes. But he wants everyone to be happy for themselves.
100%. I remember reading a study about, like, people that buy new vehicles, and the technology, like heated mirrors or something, is that the technology that got somebody into buying and replacing what they had, 6 months or 9 months down the road, they didn't use those things that they thought they were buying, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they had to disrupt how they normally drive. They had to
Right.
disrupt like how they normally function in a car.
Right.
And that's the power of habit. That's the power of routine, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny you say that because I always wanted a car that could remotely start because I'd say, oh, it'd be nice for the summertime air and the time winter. And guess what? I have a car that has remote start. And guess what? Half the time I forget to even start it,
Yeah.
let alone my granddaughter loves to start it right before I take her to school. I don't even get them.
Hey,
I don't
grandma, look
even
at
remember.
this. Wee,
Well,
wee.
I even forget to get my granddaughter. I'm not even remotely controlling her to do what I want done. It's like I forget I have it,
I
you
also
know?
think it's the instant gratification. It's like, okay, if we know that we need to warm up the car about 10 minutes before, well, we have to either wake up earlier or we have to disrupt our normal way of thinking. Like instead of just go, 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 and then deal with the cold, driving wherever you're going, you can't have one without the other.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. You have to plan a little bit. I think what
Mhm.
is it? And I'm off key here, but that's okay. And I humor later because then the answers come later. But the thing is like Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, right? 98% of the time is thinking,
Yep.
2% is the action.
Correct.
So 98% of the time is saying, okay, if you want this done, take the time to do the habit to get automatic so it would be automated for you. Then
Correct.
it's only 2% is just doing it because it's
Mhm.
automated. It's just like doing your bed or brushing your teeth or whatever you got to do,
Mhm.
you know?
Yep.
And we got that all wrong. We think it's 2% thinking and 90%, 98%, action, and you're not even doing that much. So bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
So again, it's the we've got it all twisted around.
Well, and like anything, you're either thinking or taking action at all times. Now,
Oh,
you are. I mean, but obviously, thinking can lead to action, but it can also lead to analysis paralysis and not doing anything. And so,
well,
the best way to do that, like the best way I've learned to do anything, is reverse engineer the outcome. Right? If I want my vehicle to be warm, 10 minutes or before at a certain time, I need like that's what I want the outcome to be. Well, then okay, I'm going to live into that and then backtrack what it needs to be, or not.
well, I'm not going to be all technical here. You guys can read about it yourselves, but I will say this too. It's proven fact that we have the thought of what we should do before we actually do it, right?
100%. Yep.
So the point is half the time your ass knows what you should be doing. You're just
Right.
not listening and taking action for that. So
Right.
whose fault is that?
Yep.
Take responsibility of that. Your programming's working. You're just not tuning into it,
Correct.
folks. And that's okay. But take responsibility that you're being just la 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 la. I'm not listening.
Everything
Just
that
admit it.
everything that everything that we want to do and everything they want to be is within us. We just don't do it.
Yeah, I want to take a second just to like say hi to Michael and say hi to Christopher for being here. And
Yeah.
then Tim,
Tim,
yay, watching
big
y'all on the
screen.
big
Ooh,
screen, Lynn and Brian, the real and raw show. Yay. Well, you see, Rex can't be here, but his right hand man can.
look at that book he's holding on
Tim.
to right there. Look at
Yeah,
that book.
yeah. Tim is the man. Love my friend Tim, my little brother. So again, it's one of those things where I feel that we should realize that just like here we are 4 weeks later, boom, we're down,
Yeah.
and 11 months to go. We don't got 11 months to go. We don't know how much more we got to go.
No.
But the point is we got to take it minute by minute, day by day. And
The
yet,
the amount of time is irrelevant if you do nothing with it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's where we come right down to is why are we putting everything to a month, to a time, to any time frame at all?
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen until you make it happen, and it all comes with your thoughts. And we get, I don't know, 70 million thoughts. It's not that many, but the point is it's a lot of thoughts a day, and a lot of thoughts we don't do anything with it. So
Well, there's
love you
two
too.
people. There's two people that come to mind with this discussion. Is number one is Mel Robbins, and number
Hmm.
two is Andy Frisella. Andy Frisella is a big. I mean, anybody that studies Andy Frisella knows that he's not for the faint of heart. He's the 75 hard guy. He tells it like it is. he had a tough upbringing. He lives in St. Louis, but he tells it like it is with no filter, right? And he swears a lot, but that's just who he is. And he says, do it anyway, right? And then Mel Robbins goes on to say, you're never going to want to do the stuff you want to do. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You're never going to want to do it. Now what?
Yeah.
Now what?
I didn't even know she said that, but I agree. And I've always said that too. So you want to read this?
Sure. Christopher says, when you get older, it's more important to think considerably before even the smallest action. It seems just to avoid troubles learned from the past. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, and I love no filter. Yeah. Well, you're at the right show because we definitely got no filter here.
I mean, just a little time looking at Andy Frisella or hearing him on videos or whatever, but he doesn't mix words. I mean, and you're not gonna get a he's not gonna take you on a roller coaster of fluffy words. He's gonna be downright straight and forward. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. I think when we take ownership of our responsibility of what we feel, think, and how we react and all these things, I mean, it's a better world for us to live in ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a better world for everyone else because then they know what they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're a firecracker or you're not, or you're ass or you're a sweet person, people know what the label is. They know who you are and where you are. And to be able to respect the kind of person you are, that's the problem. So many people don't respect who or where a person comes from. And that's where we fall as human beings, because technically, hey, hello, whether you like it or not, or agree or disagree, we are one race, one human being. We're just all collectively one.
Mm-hmm.
And and I don't, everybody can beg to differ, but the point is why do people push your buttons then if you're not one? Right. Why do you think you see something in somebody, and why do you know it? Because you're psychic, or because you're this or that? Think about it, people. People just need to wake up to these things and realize that the world is a better place, because you give out what you get back in. And you may say, oh, but I'm always kind. I'm always kind, and I'm not getting kind back. But you probably were an asshole before you were kind.
Well,
let's be real about that too, because I know I was.
And there's a big clue in there, is that if somebody's embellishing or saying what they are, the Dunning-Kruger effect comes into play. Is that people that embellish or verbally communicate that they put themselves on a pedestal, more or less, right? Their proficiency is actually usually less, right? Because why would somebody have to say how good they are versus just being that, right? Now, the people that are humble about it and just do their work and don't put it out there, they're actually more proficient. That's what the study says, and it's totally true, because otherwise, why would if it wasn't self-fulfill or self-indulgent, why would you do it?
Well, what I've had to learn for myself is that, I try to be as kind as I can be, and some people aren't kind back to me, but I got to realize sometimes, well, it's about them. It's not about me. But I also got to say, but then there's times I've been not nice too. So I'm getting back what I give. So, I mean, like, I can see all the catch-22s about it. I'm like, I was that mean, ugly person spewing things out before too. So I can understand. Oh, my beauty queen, beautiful friend, Miss Laura, Mrs. South Carolina, I should say.
Oh.
And I'm feeling good today. Thank you so much for asking. I was very under the weather yesterday. I didn't even have a voice yesterday, so I'm doing a lot better. So thank you so much, beautiful. Which, by the way, I might as well say here on this show, I'm February. I don't have any doctor appointments. I have a lot in March, but in February I don't. And right now I'm cleared to do some activities and things like that, and to share a little bit about my health going forward in February. So I'm going to be unveiling peeling back some of the onion, per se. I'm being very, very vulnerable this next month, and I'm crapping my pants about it, and I don't know why, but I am, and just got to get over it and just do it, and just be more authentic and be more real, and just got to do it. So be lookout for that. I'm going to be doing a couple more different shows, and and doing a few more different things and adding a lot of stuff to the mix and just going wild and bonkers and just being Lynn and being unpredictable and all that stuff. So, but again, it's one of those things that I'm just thankful for all the viewers and all the people that are coming along for this huge ride that we're all on that we call life. And, I just, yesterday or the 26th, 2 days ago was 6 years ago, my mom passed away. And what really got me was yesterday, it wasn't until the day after that I actually wrote on Facebook that said, I can't believe I'm posting this, but my mom's gone as of 1/26 and 2016. But the thing that got me was before COVID, there was 5 of my friends that had passed before that had put their sympathies and their thoughts and reached out to me. And, they're my age and they're no longer here. They left, grandkids, kids, brothers, sisters, parents, and so it's one of those things that I cherish more, that they were caring and loving people that are no longer here. That the sting of my mom is different, but the words of their kindness and loving and caring for me, those were like the last words from them, and that they're no longer here. It's just a cherished memory to just say, look how fast we're gone and how blessed I am to be here this further than what they're of their lives. And so when you just take perspective of where we're at and what the things we go through in life, don't bitch and moan, because some people didn't even get this far in life to even get as far as you did. And that's enough to be grateful for. That's absolutely one thing. My mom
Christopher says, my ma is having full knee surgery in March. She's thinking like you. Yeah.
So send her blessings. But again, so go ahead, Brian.
No, I was just going to say is that Darren Hardy, who's a big entrepreneur and big speaker, he talks about whether or not you do anything. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but the gist of it is that whether or not you do anything with your day, just by being here is the rent you pay for your life. And you can choose to make it an asset and a withdrawal, or, a deposit into what you're creating, your fulfillment, your life, your family. But just by being alive and breathing, that's your rent to be on this planet. And what you do with it is up to you. Or not. I mean, if somebody's going to be completely naive that they don't have a choice in the matter, that's another story, but we all have a choice about, nobody's putting a gun to our head to say you have to do this or whatever. Our life can look whatever we want it to look like, but we have to be at the source of that.
Right. Well, I definitely say that, Christopher, Michael's got to go. And I thank you guys all for being here. Actually, we've got to get going here too. But in closing, as far as 1 month down and 11 to go, you have any closing parting words there, my friend? Is it going like you start? Let me ask you this. Is it going the way you expected, or are you on path, or you already see that it's gone a little bit different than what you expected?
It's gone different. I'm still trying to make sense of it all, but you keep pushing forward. You realize that it's all within how you're viewing the world, and that it's not happening to you externally, right? Because what we do as human beings, I only can speak for myself, but it's like, if it's not showing up the way that we want it, we look externally, we blame externally, and it's not that, right? Life is happening regardless of how we perceive it being. I'm just a little off kilter, but I'm grateful to wake up today, so.
I think there's no need to feel like it's a blame. I think it's, it's all a mindset. And I think if we're kinder to ourselves, and that's what I'm learning for myself, Brian, is just to be kinder and to realize that some things don't have a linear, a timetable. Yep. It's a matter of getting your thoughts and your mind in the process, spending that 98% time of thinking, being in the thoughts to grow rich in health and monetary and all those other, and wisdom and all those other things. So I think taking time to get the pieces together to construct your life, I think that you can't blame anything but taking, taking the time necessary to do it when you're in the right mindset. Because if you're not in the right mindset to learn something,
Correct.
you're going to begrudgingly not learn it when you're ready. You
Mhm.
have to be in that. So being ready to be ready is one thing, but taking action in your mind to bring that about, I think, is very, very important. So
Mhm.
so don't beat yourself for what you didn't do,
Right.
as long as you're doing something to catapult moving forward. And spending time, what I've learned lately, especially from Rex, is spending time looking back is wasting time,
Yep.
being constructive of what you want now. You
Mhm.
need to create what you want now, and think forward of what you want, not what you don't want, because
Sure.
obviously you perfected that. So now think the opposite, and it's amazing what you'll get.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we've been on here really long. I'm glad that Mary got on
Thanks,
here,
Mary.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and external blame is
Yeah.
productive. Yes, it is productive because you're doing something about it, but you can stop from going the wrong way, like Rex would say. Stop, turn the bus around, and go the other way. I mean, when you can acknowledge you're going the wrong way or you're having a problem there, that's the best thing, because you're disrupting going down that rabbit hole. And then you can correct it. You can say, oh,
Right.
wait, I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then make the change you need to say, okay, if that's wrong, then what can I do to go the right way? So,
Right.
like Scott Rickard says, have a great weekend. Love you, Scott. I love
Absolutely.
everybody here. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next Friday, next
Bye,
month.
everyone.
We'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.